Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another DPL video. Today I'm going to be bringing you guys my battle live commentary for my DPL game versus Trick of Eye, more specifically versus JCMShadow. I'm live commenting this game for a couple of reasons. One, it's a pretty big game. It's a big game in terms of the MVP race, which I don't really care too much about, but we are the only two remaining coaches that are undefeated. I'm recording this about 4 hours before the game, and the other player that was undefeated lost this week, Hunter. So whoever wins this game will probably be in the lead for the MVP vote. But more importantly, I think this game could come down to who wins the series. And if my team wins the series, then we clinch a playoff spot, which means we don't have to... I'm not saying we're not going to try going into the last week, but we can kind of take a breather, relax a little bit. We don't have to win the last week in order to get into playoffs. And I say this all the time on Discord and everything. Like, when I join a tour, like, I just want my team to win the whole thing. I don't really care as much as doing great myself and winning MVP or winning other awards. I would rather just have my team do well. So getting a win here and potentially winning the series would be very, very clutch for my team. So I'm going to try to do my best here. And I've also played Shadow twice in the TGS, and we split 1-1, but he did get the finals win over me, so I'm looking to get my revenge over him here. I think Shadow's probably the best SV player. I don't really think there's too much question. I think Shadow is probably one. Hab might be two, Habita, even though he's not having the greatest DPL tournament. So getting the opportunity to play both of those guys in the same tournament is pretty crazy, especially because I played both of them twice in the TGS as well. So looking at the matchup here, it's a pretty interesting one. I think he has the advantage here, but I don't think it's that bad. I think I had a horrific matchup week 4, and I think I'm going to upload that video too later, kind of talking about my game plan going to that one, but I don't think this one is, that bad. He does have Terraladios, which a lot of people are pretty much saying that should not have been allowed. L5 made it goofy, and it'll probably be banned next DPL and SV if I had to take a guess. But we do have Terra Sneasler, who's also a pretty good guy. I think this game is actually going to come down to Sneasler and how many kills it can get. I think if it gets 3 to 4 kills or more, then I think I have a really solid shot at winning. I think if it gets 2 or less, then I'm very likely to lose this game. That's how much I'm leaning on Sneasler in this game here. So, but yeah, Valiant plus Latios is very, very tricky for me. Valiant especially because I don't have great fighting switch-ins. I only have Uxie, and Uxie does not have reliable recovery. And that's why I really think Valiant makes sense to be speed boosting here. I think it should be Scarfed or boost your speed. Obviously, if it's faster and everything, like I said, I don't really have switch-ins to close combat, so it's a pretty easy sweeper for him. I do also think boost your speed can outspeed Modest Shell Smash Blastoise. I don't know about Timid. I didn't really check because I'm not bringing Shell Smash, but I do think some sort of speed boosting variant for Valiant makes the most sense. Latios is interesting. I actually think I've seen a bunch of Terra Ghosts Latios just to protect him from losing them on to close combat from Sneasler. Because if you look at his team, I found Bandit, Terrified, Sneasler, which I am going to bring. CC 2-shots everything besides Yanmega. And Yanmega gets 3-shot, and it can get poison touched, and it's going to might Terra if it comes. So I don't really consider that really a check. So if the Latios is not Terra Ghost, and I mean Terra Ghost specifically because even if it's a Terra type that resists fighting, it'll still get 2-shot. He has to pretty much pick something to Sneasler every time, so it makes a lot of sense for Latios to be Ghost. I think if it's not Ghost and it's like some sort of Calm Mind, like 2 attacks recover type set that you see all the time running around, it could be troubling for me, but I honestly think I'd prefer that, to be honest, because like I said, I'm going to win this game through Sneasler if I do win. And Terra Ghost just makes it a little bit harder for me. Cobalion, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes. Like I said, fighting is just really good into me. He could use both of his fighting just to weaken Uxie, and then have the other fighting go hard through my team and pretty much just take out the rest of my team. Because they're both fast too. Like, they both outspeed everything but Sneasler if you ignore Raichu for Cobalion. Because Raichu realistically is not going to come to this game, and there's a Tinglu Latios type set, even a Bombasome. So Tentacruel, it could come for sure. Like, it is a fighting resist. It does have spin. I don't really have spike stack, but I do have potential toxic spikes on Sneasler, but he has 2 poisons too. So I don't think like it would make sense for me to bring Toxic Spikes. So I don't know if Tentacruel comes. I think Yanmega is a good shot to come because of Terra Ground. If he does just not want to go Terra Ghost Latios, Terra Ground Yanmega is actually pretty hard for my team to deal with. If you look at just Stabs and Terra Blast, Terra Ground, I don't really switch into that guy. That's probably the biggest threat offensively, then plus Valiant. So Red Room I don't think is coming at all. I think that's the one Pokemon that I can just rule out here. I think the 6th slot will come between Cobalion and Yanmega, or even Tentacruel. I think one of those 3 will probably be the bench, plus Reverum. Abomasnow could be cool. Obviously, Veil is solid until like just shut up, spam. And then Tinglu is probably his favorite Pokemon. He loves bringing that thing, so that's another thing too. So I've seen his games a bunch, and he always likes to bring like Policy or just like an offensive Tinglu lead. But the thing is, he's gonna know that I know that. So I think he's gonna probably lead, if I had to guess, the Latios to get the Terastallization right away. But I'm not positive. So it depends if he does bring Terragos or if he brings a different typing, in my opinion. So, like I said, this game's gonna come down to, in my opinion, how good Sneasler can be. I went with Terra Fighting Close Combat, just Banded Spam, because I noticed right away like he just does not have a Pokemon for it. He has to force his Terra defensively, which is a win already in my books, because Latios obviously is really solid when you can use it offensively, but if I'm forcing his Lati to be defensive, then I think that's a win already. But that is the set I'm going to be bringing. Just Close Combat, Shadow Claw, Quick Attack, U-Turn. So the reason I went for Shadow Claw over like Throat Chop is because if it is Terra Ghost, it's basically to cover for Terra Ghost, Colbur Berry. I think Terra Ghost Colbur Berry makes a lot of sense, because then he could take a Throat Chop, or he could take like a Dark Pulse from Chiyu. So I went with Shadow Claw. Shadow Claw still does like 80 to it, even if it's like defensive, and it's a high crit chance, and it avoids Colbur Berry. So that's why I think Shadow Claw's a bit better here. U-Turn is obviously there just for like the momentum. If I'm in versus like Abomasnow or Tinglu, U-Turn's a pretty easy click. And then Quick Attack is there just in case something lives on a sliver and I can save it like Valiant or something, come back in and Quick Attack it down. So we're bringing the Ursaluna with Chople Berry, just 4 attacks. So like I said, Valiant is the toughest thing for me to deal with, so I think Chople Berry is a pretty okay lure for it. I was considering that Flame Orb, just Facade, EQ, Crunch set, but with Trick Room, but between like maybe Protect if he has Yanmega and a Helmet Mon, and then maybe like Terra Ghost on Lati. Like I have to make a lot of predictions with Ursaluna, and Trick Room will run out, and I'll be just killing myself to Flame Orb. So I feel like just a Chople Berry set is still good. I still do have the Trick Room on Uxie, but it's not going to be like a priority. Like if I can get that off later in the game, like right before Uxie dies, then I can send in Ursaluna. That could be clutch, but it's not going to be like a priority or anything. I need Avalanche on Ursaluna for that Terra Ground Yanmega. If he's like Throat Spray or something, a +1, like I don't have a lot of things I could take a hit. But Avalanche does guarantee the OHKO on that guy, and it can live, so I might need to use that for Yanmega. Stoice is pretty simple here, just Rapid Spin, Flip Turn, Aqua Jet, Roar. It's basically there just to get chip on things like Cobalion, things like Tinglu, and spin away the hazards. This is a bit tricky. Again, that's another reason why Terra Ghost I think is so likely here, because he'll block the spin. So if he Terras into a Ghost type, I can't just click Rapid Spin as freely. I would have to kind of predict if he's staying in with Tinglu, or if he's going into Lati and clicking Flip Turn. So Aqua Jet is just there just in case, for some priority. Again, just because Valiant, I think when Valiant hits the field, whatever is in front of it, like I'm gonna have to stay and attack it. I cannot let that thing get a free SD, or else my team will just drop. And Helmet is there just to get some chip on Valiant, and maybe like a Tentacle Flip Turn or whatever. Red card Uxie is there for Speed Booster. Speed Booster Valiant, if I can just get that thing out and keep my red card intact, then that's really clutch, because then Sneasler outspeeds it. I'm not running a poison move on Sneasler, but like I said, Close Combat will still do like, I don't know, 70 to 80 to that guy. So just a little bit of chip, and he'll die anyways. So I have Trick Room there again, just as an emergency, like late game kind of thing for Ursaluna. Or again, if it's like a Scarfed Valiant or Scarfed Cobalion or something, like I can just get in and click Trick Room and be okay. Memento is there just so I don't have to hard switch into Ursaluna and have it take a hit. And then T-Wave with the red card's nice, as long as he doesn't get red carded into Tinglu. Something is getting paired, which is really nice, unless that Yanmega is Terra Ground and he turns there just for momentum. mostly physically defensive, but a little bit of speed F. Tinkaton is my initial Lottie switching. It's just there pretty much to get up rocks and knock things off. Encore is there just to deter setup, nothing crazy there. And then AV Chiyu is actually pretty interesting here. I was actually going to be Choppleberry for a long time. I was Choppleberry for a long time, but even if Valiant hits me with CC, like after rocks, like it doesn't even have to be like boosting or anything. I just die. So I feel like Choppleberry wasn't really ideal. Assault Vest is nice because it gives me another like backup plan until the Latios if it is special, as well as Yan Mega. It definitely could take a +1 Terra Ground, Terra Blast from full. And then I'm very bulky. I only have Flame Charge enough speed to outspeed everything. Like at +1, like outspeed Valiant's at +1, I think. But if something is like Scarfed on their team, then it'll still kill me. That's why Chiyu's not a bad target for Trick Room as well. Because like, if you look, his team is pretty fast. Like, there's only 2 slow Pokemon are these 2 guys. So unless like Tentacruel for some reason is like running like no speed, Chiyu is probably going to be faster than the top 6 in Trick Room. Before I click Flame Charge, so I could Flame Charge on like the final turn and then hopefully do some damage that way. So nothing too crazy there. I'm probably gonna make this the name of this video like MVP match or something, but it's more so important just for our team. I think if we win the series, Tokens still make the playoffs, but it's gonna be very hard for them. I think they have to win big week 7, and then also have like another team lose or something like that. And if we tie or lose the series, then we definitely have to win, I think, the last week, because our game differential is not good, to say the least. So I'm probably going to upload this video not after the battle, but after like I know for sure like we can't get a rematch, or if we do rematch them, it's a different matchup, something like that. Once that happens, then I'll probably just immediately have this video uploaded. But that is pretty much it for the team builder. I basically designed this team so I don't have to make a lot of predictions. It's basically just get Sneasler in and click close combat. Don't think about it, or U-turn. Don't think about it too hard. Once Lottie is in range, I'll click Shadow Claw and hopefully he just sacks it, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, I think the game comes down to how many kills Sneasler can get, because then Ursaluna / Chiyu can clean up the rest, and my 3 defensive guys can hopefully hold off his offense for as long as they can in order for my offense to do the job. So thank you guys so much for watching the team builder. I'll see you guys in the live battle. Peace. Alright guys, we're here for the game versus JCMShadow. There's the game. He does unfortunately bring the Terra Ghost. Lottie, can you post the link please? He does unfortunately bring the Terra Ghost, which sucks, but it is what it is. And he does have the Cobalion. So no Yan Mega, but double fightings is going to be a bit troubling for me. So we will see how it goes. But just like, gonna stick to the plan. Gonna lead Sneeze. He does lead Latios. I really don't expect this guy to be Scarfed, so I am just gonna U-turn. I'm not even gonna think about it. If he's Scarfed, he kills me. Gonna be a tough one, but he should not be Scarfed in this game, especially if he is Terra Ghost. Doesn't make any sense. So just gonna U-turn into Tinkaton. That's my play, and let's go from there. Yeah, so I Terra first, so I am faster. It's actually Helmet. Good to know, good to know. Okay. As he does just flip turn. Interesting that he's Helmet. That's not terrible though, because now he's not Colberberry. So Dark Pulse is gonna just obliterate him. Crunch. Well, I'm on Nerve actually, so it wouldn't even matter, but that's not bad. I'm expecting Tinglu to come out here. Makes the most sense to me. We'll see. I suppose I can calc that damage too. Latios. Terra Ghost. Oops. Ghost. He's gonna also know that I am banded from that damage. U-turn did only 17. So he's very bulky. He might just have enough speed for Chiyu, and then basically max defense in the rest. So he does set a spike. I'm going to click Rapid Spin right away. See if he's Helmet. No, he's just Whirlwind. Okay, into Ursaluna. So he's unfortunately going to see that I am unnerved, but that's fine. He's leftovers. I think I'm going to make the play. Now let's just go back into Blastoise. I was going to double to Sneasler here. I don't think he's going to Raw Earthquake. Let's go Sneasler here. Those Latios. I think the chip is important. I don't care if I'm taking Rocky Helmet damage, you know? So I'm going to U-turn. I'm going to try and... Oh, he actually switches. Okay, nice. So he goes into this guy. So I got two options here. I can just go into Blastoise and flip turn. Back into Sneasler. I can go into Tinkaton and just click my rocks. No, I like Blastoise. Blastoise is better. I'm just gonna flip turn into Sneasler again. So I did 6 to Cobalion. I could check that. So he's like max HP on this guy too. Very interesting. Okay. His play is probably Obama Snow. No, he just taunts. Okay. Let's go back to Sneasler. And I think I'm going to close combat here. I know Latios is very likely. But I'm going to CC. Let's see what he does. If he goes into Lati, I can just go into Blastoise, expecting a flip turn, and I'll get more chip on him with Rocky Helmet. Nah, he just sacks the Cobalion. Nice. We'll take it. Shouldn't I go back to Tinkaton? No reason not to. There's the flip turn. That's fine. In comes Tinglu. Just gonna go into Blastoise again. Same kind of strategy here. I'm actually gonna flip turn. Okay, so he doesn't go into Lati. I'm assuming he's going to Whirlwind here. So I can go. He's not going to click Earthquake. I don't think Earthquake makes sense. He could. Let's go Uxie. I know I have the red card, but yeah, he does just do that. That's unfortunate. But that's okay. Okay, so it's actually Sticky Barb. Good to know, good to know. What do I want to do here? I could just U-turn. I'm gonna U-turn into Tinkaton. And we'll go into Brick Break here. He just goes for Wood Hammer. That's fine. I'm gonna get my rocks here. I know I took the Sticky Barb. Or I didn't take it, actually. But, yeah, the chat's kind of going crazy. Yeah. Rocks is good here. This is just helping me with my endgame of Sneasler. I have to go Blastoise here to spin. I have to spin. And if he wants to go into Lati to block the spin, that's okay. Hero Nations, that's fine. Let's go for Rapid Spin. Let's see if he goes into Latios here. No, he doesn't. He just Earthquakes. So I'm going to flip turn. This is going to do a decent chunk. And then I'm going to go right into Sneasler. Earthquake shouldn't... Earthquake will not kill me from here. So we're okay here, we're okay. I'm gonna click U-turn here. Just goes into a Bombus now. I can go Uxie, or I can go Blastoise. Trying to think what's better here. I don't have another switch in with Blastoise if I go it. Let's go Uxie. I'm gonna take a Barb, but that's fine. If he goes into anything that doesn't kill me, I'm gonna click Trick Room here. Okay, so he does end up killing me. Now I need to calc if Shadow Claw kills him here. I need to be very careful of Valiant, man. I need to bait Valiant with my Chopple on Ursaluna, I think. Let me see if I kill Latios with Terra Ghosts. It should kill him. Yeah. Let's do that. And the reason why I like this play is because even if he goes Tinglu, I still have a chance of poisoning him too. And that would be really good for wearing that guy down. I have to save Ursaluna for Valiant, or else he's going to sweep me. Alright, this is definitely my Blastoise sack. Okay, let's go back into Sneasler and click Close Combat. Is he booster speed? No. If he SDs here, I lose. So I think I have to stay in here, unfortunately. I have to stay in. If he SDs, I lose. And he's got like priority. Holy crap. That definitely mattered. And he is actually scarfed. I'm pretty sure he doesn't kill Ursaluna, right? I could just go into... Let's double check. Surf. Max Session, no, not a chance. So we just go Ursa and click Earthquake, and that should be the game. And that is the game. So GD to Shadow, we do take the game, guys, and go to 6-0. And that was a really close game. I mean, I don't know what his Valiant would have clicked. The crit definitely mattered. I would have done like 80 though, and he could have gotten poisoned. So I don't really know what else he would have done. Tingenton definitely lived a hit as well from anything. If he like SD'd, I'm faster. So I don't know what he could have clicked there to really save him. I'm not too sure. I'll have to ask him after the game. But I'm really happy because not only, well, yeah, I'm 6-0, but this win does clinch our team into the playoffs. So again, that's the end goal for this tournament, is just to win the tournament. I don't really care about winning MVP if our team doesn't win the tour. So thank you guys so much for watching the battle. I'll see you guys later. Peace.